Good morning. So today I am working on fixing the hot water. In the last video you saw me put the cabinet up in the corner and get the water heater mounted in there. Today I'm going to be working on the pipes. A couple of things I've learnt since last time which are going to make this job a little bit easier. Firstly, the existence of this little gadget. This widens the end of the pipe so that when you put the connecting bits on, it's easier to get them on. I think it was the Indigo Escape who were using one of these in this video, so I learnt this trick off them. Well, it's not really a trick, it's just how you're supposed to do it, but yeah, thanks guys. And then I invested in these pipe cutters, also pretty handy. So I was just taking away a little bit of the, hang on. I was just taking away a little bit of the wall where I want the pipes to come over around the back of the house to where the water source is and also where the entrance points to the bathroom and the kitchen are. So if you haven't seen this before, this is the back of the house where I am now. We've got our water and our pump over there. Water comes along the back of the house and it's going to go over this little ledge here, which I just opened up, down there to the water heater. And then it's going to come back over this little ledge, back along here into the bathroom at the back and into the kitchen just a little bit further along. So I was just taking out one brick here because there is going to be a beam sitting here for the roof of this little covered area. So I want the pipes to go below where the beam's going to go, and then we'll put some cement or something on top, and then the beam can sit on top of that. So yeah, that's the plan. Picking some citrus today to take to a friend and exchange for some, is it mulberry cuttings we're going to be getting?
Yep.
Yeah.
A couple for me too. Lemons this way.
Look at the size of this.
That's a big boy. That's the size of Santi's head.
And this one's even bigger. For ages I thought these lemons weren't ripe yet because they're really hard, but it turns out they're just a variety that has a really thick skin. And they're actually really soft and juicy inside. It's just they feel really hard. Oh, can you lift that?
Well. Ready for takeoff. Takeoff position.
Have I got cutters with me? No, sorry. Did not come prepared. So this is the mulberry tree. Is this like a white one or a purple one?
White one.
Ooh.
100 in the ground last year.
Oh wow.
So I didn't water them and it didn't rain, so I did it I did it with my mum. My wrist was broken.
Ah.
So it was like.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All heating up.
How's your eye, Mauro?
Much better.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not in pain anymore.
That's really bad because you never should go with the knife in your direction. Anyway, you take this away. Obviously this you take out. Then you fill it with earth. I always fill it until the top, so I have a bit of time until I have to fill it up again. Roots. And on the contrary of little veggies, you really have to press the earth on it so that you can put as much as possible in there. So that this guy, because he will stay there in a year or so.
Okay.
You can transplant them in between, surely, right?
Yeah,
It doesn't have to stay there, right?
Yeah, but the best root system they develop.
You can give it like a liquid feed, I suppose, like a tea or something. And then you want to push it down more. I accidentally bought Toffee some carrot dog soup. He doesn't hate it. There we go, Toffee. So I didn't get very far with the hot water the other day because I think the vet arrived for the donkey and I think that took up the whole afternoon, and then the next day Mauro went to Valencia for a couple of days, so yeah, I think I put like 2 connections together and drilled some holes. But we're gonna crack on with it today. Mauro is back from his latest checkup.
I'm good. I'm back in business.
You're back in business?
I'm back in business.
Are you ready to learn all about plumbing?
Yep.
You sound so excited.
I have my coffee yet.
Learning from the expert.
Smell this.
Nice.
What notes do you get? Do you get any blackcurrant?
I don't know. Melon?
No melon.
No. Well done, Toffee. You ate all your dog soup. Okay, Mauro has got nap trapped, so I'm going to make a start on this myself. Obviously I didn't have a plan for all of this before I started. Now I'm confused. That needs to be a T. This needs to go. This needs to be a corner. All of this needs to go. I need to get this bit and take these bits off and use them somewhere else. And then it should work. So this piece that I was counting on being able to reuse got really rusty, so I'm really struggling to get to disconnect it from the old bit of pipe that it was on. I should have just bought more of these pieces, but I just thought I'd be able to reuse them, so that was a bit stupid. Okay, well I don't know what happened to that, but I eventually managed to get it off. We lost the little rubber things around it though, so I have to borrow some more of those and replace them. But yeah, I'm glad we managed to save this piece, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to finish this today, and I'd have to undo everything I've just done and put the water back, or we wouldn't have water. So yeah, hopefully I can now finish this. Never figured out how to really use this thing. Alright, I think that's all done. Just gonna check for leaks, I guess. Feel like I've missed something out somewhere. Okay. I hate this part, this is always really scary. I hate that I can't see the heater because it's round the other side, so I can't see if it's springing a load of leaks. Let's see if Mauro is nap trapped, or if he can go and have a look at the other side while I turn it on. Are you nap trapped? Yes. Okay, I've connected everything. Stay there. Okay, that's a no from Mauro, so I'm just going to have one final check on this side and check everything looks okay. The heater unit isn't on. I've left it switched off for now, although it does have batteries. In theory, if everything is connected well and there's no leaks, I should be able to open the valve and the pump will pump water into the system and then stop. So if it pumps and doesn't stop pumping, I'll know there's a problem. Or I might just see water squirting everywhere. Okay, here goes. That seemed like it pumped for a long time. Didn't see any water anywhere though. Now I've just got to go. Looks dry down there. Okay, no taps open, so let's just try it again, I guess. Ooh, okay. It stopped. For a minute I was thinking, could I have made like a continuous circuit that just kept pumping water round and round endlessly? I feel like that's something I could easily have done. We've got hot water again. Let's go and turn the heater on. Do you want to know something amazing?
Do you have hot water?
We do have hot water.
Amazing.
Yeah.
No leaking hot water.
No leaking hot water. Wow.
You look like a proper builder with your current outfit.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Oh, no. Oh. Good morning. I guess the last thing you saw was me fixing the water. That was about a month ago now. A lot has happened since then. Firstly, Santi got sick, so he was like on and off sick for a couple of weeks with like a stomach bug, and eventually it got really bad and he needed to go to the hospital for fluids. And yeah, just because of his history and everything, they monitored him and he was actually in for 6 nights. So we were in the hospital for another week, just last week. And at the same time as that was going on, we'd literally just started a couple of days before a new IVF treatment, which we mentioned in our last video. Not the full treatment, just egg retrieval, but that's kind of like the biggest part of it. That's where you're injecting hormones and stuff every day, and you're going to a lot of ultrasounds to be monitored and see how things are going. And then you have the small surgery at the end to actually extract the eggs. So we literally just started that a couple of days before Santi got admitted. So that was all quite stressful. We have the egg retrieval tomorrow actually, so I'll let you know how that goes. But yeah, if you didn't see in our last video, we're just retrieving some more eggs at the moment. Well, we can. We thought we had a quiet month in between everything that's been going on and Santi's next surgery, so we thought this would maybe be a good month to just try and do it. We'll freeze them, and we may need to use them in the future because we're going to try and do genetic testing on any future embryos, so we need more eggs to maybe make some more embryos if we need them. So that's been going on. Luckily I don't find the effects from all the hormones or anything too bad. Don't really feel any different. It was just a bit stressful having to do these injections at the same time every day in the hospital, and Mauro working full-time. He also went back to work full-time 2 days before this whole hospitalization episode happened, so that was a new change that we hadn't even really got a chance to get used to. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the last month. So yeah, Mauro is at work today. I'm just out on a dog walk, as you can tell, and I think after this we're going to go out in the car, go to the village, buy a few things from the shop, and I'm going to try and make a batch of like organic homemade lemon cleaner. So I might need to buy a couple of things for that. Yeah, that's my plan. Very exciting plans. Okay, I've got a little bit of shopping. I've got my white vinegar, and yeah, I may have bought a couple of trees. I've been a little bit naughty.
We need to take care of them.
Yeah, grapefruit and like a flat peach.
Ah, those are called paraguayos.
Ah,
Yeah, those are great.
these ones we can put in the ground, but this one we need to keep in a pot near the house, I think.
Yeah. Have to protect it at all costs.
Yep. So I've got my basket of citrus here. I've got, this is 1 litre of white alcohol vinegar, and a few bits of rind from a lemon that I used yesterday. I'm going to try out this new electric lemon squeezer because our lemon press was one of the things that seems to have just got completely lost in the kitchen renovation. So I thought it was a good chance to try something new. So I used a couple of lemons in a hummus, and I've got a few sprigs of rosemary here from the garden which I'm gonna pop in as well here to add a bit of extra fragrance. And push all that down. There we go, and then we will leave that for 2 or 3 weeks, and then we will decant it into spray bottles, and it'll be our new cleaner. How's the hummus?
Delicious. Really good.
Good morning. It's a really beautiful day. Mauro has the day off today actually, and I've sent him out on a mission to get a million things. The idea was that I would be the one going out on these missions to get stuff with Santi during the mornings and during the day, and then when Mauro was free we would have all the materials and all the stuff we needed just to get on and crack on with the job. But some things are kind of hard to transport in the car with a baby because you need to put the seats down, or they're just like messy and dirty, like building materials that just throw up a lot of dust, like bags of cement. And in this case we need to get a load of straw and hay, so he's had to go on his own to go and do all of that. Just come down to the chicken coop, as you can probably hear. I don't think I've told you yet, but we have ducks. Hey ladies! You know I'd like to eat them. These are a pair of pato mudos, and they're settling in really well. They like to eat their food mixed with water from this dog bowl. The chickens seem to be accepting them really well. They don't really interact or communicate with each other. They just kind of keep to their own. But yeah, they're really lovely. This breed doesn't need water. They've got a little bit here. I haven't actually seen them really use it, but it's there if they want it. I think they're about 4 months old, so hopefully before too long we'll start getting some eggs from them. Oh, and these are the mulberries. They've been in their pots for a couple of weeks now, and they're starting to come out into leaves. They're not dead, so that's good. And in fact, they're looking kind of pretty healthy. So they'll be in these pots for a while, like a year maybe at least, unless they start looking a bit sorry for themselves, in which case I guess I will try and move them. But yeah, they should be starting to develop a little bit of a root system down here. Don't really want to take one out to have a look, but hopefully that's what's going on because they're looking pretty healthy. Oh, hello.
Hello. Oh my god.
Did you buy a new tool?
Yeah.
What did you get?
We always leave it outside and it always gets rusty because we're idiots.
Oh,
So
Secateurs number 3.
But I bought a good one, so I have more incentive to take care of it.
We just need to put them in the toolbox.
The best brand around. Hashtag no sponsor. Fiskars.
Yeah, we love them.
Yeah.
What else? What's that down there?
It's a pruning saw.
Okay, great. So I have prepared the trees that we're going to plant. We've got some nice humanure compost there. Una, get out. And I've got one tree soaking in water. Well, both trees soaking in water. The grapefruit is going to go in a nice big pot. And we're going to find a place for the flat peach. So I've got a bit of gravel here that I'm just going to put around the top to protect some of the soil and keep the water in a bit better. There we go, so this is attempt to grow a grapefruit tree. Hopefully up here it'll be nice and protected by the house and the warmth of the wall, and we can slowly start moving it further away from the house each winter as it toughens up. That's our plan. This is our first grapefruit tree out here in the garden, and as you can see it hasn't survived. Well, nothing above the graft has survived. This is all just growing from below the graft, you can tell because it's spiky. So I think I'm going to keep it, see what happens. I don't know what it's grafted onto, maybe like a bitter orange or something. Maybe we'll see if it makes any fruit, but yeah, I think the key for citrus is that it needs to be toughened up a bit before it can cope. I mean, we have citrus just here. This is a tangerine tree doing great, just literally about 5 meters from the grapefruit that didn't make it. This was here when we moved. Obviously, it's huge, we didn't plant this. Got another tangerine tree here, orange, another orange over there. So clearly citrus can survive, but it's just getting it past like that first year. I don't know. Any tips? Let me know. So the next thing I'm going to do is dig a hole for the little peach tree. Mauro can't do digging and stuff with impact at the moment because of his eye. He's still not allowed to do that. So I will dig the hole. To be honest, I'll probably plant the tree as well because I think he's nap-chapped at the moment. I'm going to be replacing this tree here, which is a apple that didn't survive for from one of our 20 trees that we planted last year. Hopefully the ground around it is still quite nice and soft, so I will dig it up, add some more compost and plant our new tree.